And Nidia, would you please introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Nidia Martinez. I am Mexican. I am from the south, from Veracruz. I am so happy for the invitation. Thank you, Luis, and thank you for this delicious lunch. Was very, very good.
Excellent.
And I am a co-creator with the Armel of TWIG and also the creator of Casa Humo. We will talk about that later.
Okay, beautiful. There you go, folks. These amazing ladies, I'm telling you. What gets me is that I was telling her earlier how I have this 1 hour a week program, 1 hour a week, mind you, and I'm in total chaos right up to the point when we go on air. And what they handle is really massive. We're talking about events, just about anything that's happening in Guadalajara, they know. And if they don't know, they will find out. That's how big these people are. So, yeah, it's amazing and it's really exciting to have them on board. Let me read to you about 6 or 7 things that they're involved with as part of their web page. Events, all events, or mostly all events, Teatro Degollado or Diana, guides to explore the city and its surroundings. Was called Coffee Connection, where people meet, usually after hours, and they chat mostly in English or in Spanish. You got individuals here that want to learn of either language, so they get together in coffee shops and they converse. Uh, Cooking classes, pre-Hispanic cooking classes. These are the type of connections that I'm talking about. These are things that even though I'm a resident of this country for 17 years, I didn't know these things existed. And they bring it to light, and I really appreciate it a lot. The cinema experience, which they'll be attending today, this evening, right? The cinema experience.
No, it was last Friday. The next one is going to be super exciting. It's for Dia de los Muertos,
Okay.
and it's the 21st of October.
I'm telling you guys. Noche de Museo.
That's tonight.
Okay, ándale. Tlaquepaque or Tlaque Art is, I'm assuming that's such a vibrant place for creativity, and that's also, is that a program or is that
The one you're talking about,
galleries?
Tlaque Parte?
Partes, it's every year for 4 days, and it's like all the
Wow.
craft. It's at the
Okay,
Guadalajara Expo, and they take over like half of the expo, and they sell tons of cool stuff.
that's excellent. I also read on their page something that very close to me, open mic, open poetry mic.
Yes,
and,
it's brand new, just
yeah.
started by the city.
I think I may go into that and just check you guys out. And then it's something here that I'm not too familiar with, and I love what it says. It says Kazakhstan, where Europe meets Asia. Is that
When we were waiting,
yeah?
15 minutes ago, when we were waiting for the Uber,
Yeah.
I was taking a photo of it.
Okay.
It was right there.
I saw you taking that photo.
They were supposed to take it out last night,
Okay.
and it was still here. So I just took a photo to send on our WhatsApp to say to everybody, it's still there.
It was to show you how keen she is. That she, and it caught my eye because I love traveling, and so does Armel. I'm sure también Nidia. We have that in common. So yeah, it did catch my eye, Kazakhstan. I haven't been there yet, but hopefully one day I will. I'm going to start with something very basic because there's a lot of stuff that we can discuss. And I'm almost positive that you guys will have to return on some future date, maybe early next year, hopefully. And,
That would be a
but because
pleasure.
there's a lot. And it seems like every week something new develops and they get to know about it and they print it and then send it out. And they can also join your website and they can get all the information they want just by joining. They have they're the ones to know what are the must-see attractions here in Guadalajara. I mean, this is an A-list what I'm talking about here. And I know a lot of us, when we come to Mexico, particularly Guadalajara, we want to know what's going on. I mean, you're like New York, New Jersey, I don't know, California, and other big cities, you want to know what's happening. Because you don't come here to sit down and read books, that's for sure. And this place is so colorful and so vibrant. And they know what's going on. Let me ask you, do you provide a list? I should know this, but like I told you earlier, once a month I go to a website because I'm so busy doing nothing. But anyway.
So everybody has a different way to access information. So of course, everything happening this week you find on the homepage of TWIG, of thisweekinguadalajara.com. TWIG is just the nickname, right? Don't go to twig.com. You will not come
No,
to
don't
us.
find anything.
It's just a way to tell you in a simple way. And it's a playful way to have built TWIG. But you go to thisweekinguadalajara.com, and every day you see what's happening today and what's going to happen for the next week. Every Friday, if you're subscribed to our free newsletter, you receive a very well done, a very extensive email for free who tells you all the things happening this week. We are doing now a video version where
Very excited
we
to
give
be
you
there.
the 5 very quickly, try to make it under 2 minutes. It's very hard. Sometimes I talk too fast because it's hard to squish it all in 2 minutes. The 5 best things of the week. If you are a subscriber to our free WhatsApp chat, we have like hundreds of people on. You have 1,500 subscribers to the newsletter, about 400 for the WhatsApp. Some people prefer Facebook, some prefer the Instagram. So whichever is your preference, we put it. If you go, I love the WhatsApp the most because I can talk to people.
We can interact more with people.
And every morning, I start by saying hello and say, this is what's happening in the city. And I take a screenshot of what's happening in the day.
Yeah, I get those. I'm sure they are, and I have here hidden gems. And what I meant by that is places that, even though I've been here for a while, I never knew existed. But I know you guys do because I've seen your page. I think I saw one place where they had a natural baths, if I'm not mistaken. Something that's not far from Guadalajara, from the main city.
Yes, in the
Bosque de la Primavera.
See,
Yes.
and I saw that. I said, mira, fíjate, I never knew. And these ladies are bringing it out to the public, and I gotta get hip. I gotta get moving. I gotta get activated again because there's so many things out there. The hardest part about what they do is where do you go and can you go and do you have the time, because a lot of the events that they tell you within that week or the following week, and you really got to decide. If you work from home or if you work in some organization, you have to decide, do I have the time? But at least they give you all these options, and that's the key, So like that particular place that you mentioned, it was like hidden in the sense that because I didn't know, so I call it hidden. But I'm sure thousands of people in this city knew about it. I know you don't help out particularly with the hotel reservations and the such, because that's not really your function. You just tell people where they should visit once they're here. But
you'll be surprised. We do a lot of things for members. So TWIG is free. If you want to know what's happening this week and today, on the homepage, by newsletter or WhatsApp, it's free. It's free. It's a gift to the community. Now, of course, if you are a member, if you're a paying member of TWIG, which is extremely inexpensive, you have 2 membership, one 200 pesos a month, one 400 pesos a month. For the higher membership, you are in touch with us by WhatsApp, and that you are visiting, that you're living here, you can always connect with us and say, hey, I need a lawyer right now. Hey, I am moving and coming this weekend. I am lost.
Real estate agent.
We put people in touch. We are lucky, blessed to have made very good friends in Guadalajara and to have connection to really good professional. So it's easy for us in a few minutes to help you. It's impossible to help everyone. It's a city of 5 million inhabitants. It's impossible to reply to all the people, to all the needs. So now we devote ourselves for those higher things to our members. Our paying members receive non-stop services from us. It's totally worth it. It helps you have the best life, to know everything's happening, all our editorials. We make so many research. We put countless hours on doing research. And that has value, and that's for all our members. And our memberships are growing. We are very glad to see that people want to live a good life in Guadalajara.
And your staff is growing. It has to.
Yes. Well, that's the goal. That's why we started the membership, so we can grow the staff.
Right.
pay well the staff. I believe, in rewarding people for their work, and also to be able to create more beautiful programs.
Yes.
To
yes.
add more things to TWIG, it's important to offer better options.
There's no secret. You
And
have to feed the car so it drives.
of course.
Or it will stop.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I got excited a little earlier when you told me that you guys are involved also with the renovation of AMSOC.
Yes,
Please.
well, just before having this wonderful lunch with you, Louis, we were stopping by AMSOC, who is giving us the great pleasure, who asked for our help to renovate their facility. So, great admirers of AMSOC. AMSOC is the pioneer of the expat in Guadalajara. And 70 years ago, they were the only one to help people, the rare people moving here, the rare people living here from foreign countries. It was AMSOC, and there was only AMSOC. Now, in 70 years, things have changed. And it was time to renovate the facilities, to give it a fresh look, to give it a fresh spirit. And Cam from AMSOC that I met in a few parties and common friends came to TWIG, came to me and said, can you help?
Right.
And
Wow.
of course, so now we are involved in helping them. And we just stop, we take video and photo,
Yes.
we send to the whole team to see if it's on time, the progress is done, if the painting, we love our painter. Martin, is not confusing the colors between the
Yes.
blue and the
Yes.
white and this. But we are going to target, we have not finalized yet, but I think AMSOC will be announcing the reopening. Come see the new AMSOC and see the new concept of community for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
AMSOC for those
So
that
you
don't
mark
know.
your Thanksgiving
Yes.
Yeah,
It'll be
yeah.
for
amazing.
spending Thanksgiving at AMSOC.
I'm sure it's going to be full. I'm sure it's going to be full for Thanksgiving.
I so hope so.
And
Yes.
it's the American Society of Jalisco. And AMSOC, I've been a member for a little while. It's a great organization, like Armel said. It was the only place, the only organization, the only outlet whereby, and I'm not saying only Americans, Brits, Canadians, or anyone that came here as expats, where they knew and they can find out where to get services, converse with those that are members and what their experience were like. And then, and here we have this miracle of TWIG. That I told you before. I said, I'm very excited for you guys because it's like everything you need to know.
I think they got sick of receiving our emails and see us on social media. They say, that's it. We are tired of that TWIG. We better collaborate.
It's amazing.
But I'm very impressed. They have been able, AMSOC, if you have been before, was covered with thousands of books. It was one of the most beautiful things of AMSOC, their American book library. But things have changed. People read less. And things have so much changed in 70 years.
Yes.
So they have been with a broken heart. They have found new homes for their books.
Yeah.
None of the books, I want to reassure you, went in the garbage. Everybody has found a home who loves them. But it was a big work for AMSOC, the AMSOC team, to let go of this treasure collected for so many years. And now their goal is to bring the beauty of Guadalajara and Mexico, of the United States with the original inspiration, and all community of all foreign countries. So that's the challenge now to put. And so you feel home. Where it is down to earth, but it is elegant and it is
welcoming,
also homey and very Latin, but also very American and European. Well, we'll try our best.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt at home before this new renovation that was taking place. So I know that those coming, and I invite those the listening, if you guys come, drop by once the renovation is done, and to the event, the opening, the grand opening.
Yes,
yeah. First to see the new AMSOC, two to fall in love with the new place and see all the potential, which means there will be space for rental if you have a business, to join as a member if you want to play games, have a massage, try new cuisine, have a cinema experience outdoor, a place you can come all the time and feel home, away from home. And when you want to get out of your apartment and home,
To
yeah.
do
Yeah, you wanna
something
escape.
different.
And meet your friends. You, a writer,
Uh-huh.
a poet, when you don't want to write from home, you come to AMSOC.
Yeah.
You have a
Yeah.
little cocina from Casa Humo.
Yes.
You see the big screen of Twig with what's happening in Guadalajara this week. It's a mix. It will be a mix
Yeah,
of different
yeah.
things.
Very diverse.
Yes.
Needy, I gotta give you a chance to speak. I'm sorry. 'Cause I just monopolized the first 30 or so minutes.
Okay.
You have what is it? Cooking classes and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay.
The name of the business is Casa Humo.
Okay.
Casa Humo is a Mexican traditional cooking experience. Casa Humo born because I was in touch with the cooking in Mexico. Most of the people were very little. We are in around, played around in the kitchen, and so that is the reason how I started to cook. When I was very little, I fell in love of this combination of the smell of the food, the cooking, all these kind of things. So I want to create something to resemble my childhood, and but the people can be in touch with the culture and tradition of Mexico.
Okay.
And the best way is through the gastronomy. So I create Casa Humo, and is a cuisine from the south of the country. Is cooking classes or cooking experience from
Very small,
Veracruz.
very intimate.
Yes, it's very intimate. I don't like big groups
Right.
because I prefer something they have the opportunity to learn, mingle, talk, and learn the culture and the traditions through this cooking experience. The food is from Oaxaca, Yucatan, and Veracruz, and I am surprised of they come from as a couple to cook together, taking pictures, or even locals. It's more for expats, but I have locals in the. They want to try
That was
to.
my greatest surprise.
Yes,
You thought it was
yes.
only going to be attracting
Yes,
expats.
because they will learn.
50% of your clientele
It's locals.
is local.
And very young people, they want to learn about traditional cuisine of Mexico, and sometimes some recipes are like a loss in on the all the innovations and things. So I try to rescue all this. For example, I have this class for pre-Hispanic dishes. I think it's super important to bring that to the young generation to
Yeah.
know how they
Yeah.
cook
The
things they are
heritage.
for exactly from that time, and how they will learn how to cook a tortilla from scratch, and learn to cook different kind of dishes,
Yeah.
no? And we are doing collaborations with AMSOC, but TWIG too. And I am in love with Casa
Yeah,
Humo.
cool.
It's amazing. I am
Where are
very
these
happy.
classes at? And where do they go to a certain locale?
I have different kind of versions of the classes. I can go to cook in your house,
Right.
like a private chef, or I can go and teach the class in your home,
Okay.
or they can come of a Twig casa, and we can cook
I
together.
hear you.
You
And
even have a very unique formula, which is cooking class at the pool,
yes,
at the pool kitchen, so people can cook and then swim.
and then swim in the kitchen.
Not in the kitchen.
No, in the kitchen, in the pool. Sorry,
In the
sorry.
pool.
They cook in the kitchen and swim
Not
in
in
the
the
pool.
sink. No.
No. And yes, and now Casa Humo is introduced these new workshops. They are very like unique things because we have the first one is tamales. We love tamales, and the season is start to be like the Dia de los Muertos, fiestas de octubre, Christmas. So we have this tamales workshop, traditional, and we have mole from Oaxaca. Everyone
The
loves
black
mole,
mole?
the black mole from Oaxaca. And the last one is botanas, snacks,
Okay.
and tragos. I don't know how to say
Drinks,
drinks,
shots,
but they
yes.
are very traditional, like a torito de Veracruz. No of the people know what is that.
No, I have no
It's
idea.
delicious. You need to try it. It's with peanuts, super good with rum. It's very nice. This is the new, and But we have a special event with TWIG too, immersive experience. So
Yeah, for the October 21st, we're gonna mix Kasaumo with the Twig cinema experience. People will come from 4 to 9. That would be before the big kick of the
Dia de los
Dia de los
Muertos.
Muertos.
Okay.
And you're going to learn to do your makeup, your
Sí,
Katrina
también,
makeup,
sí.
yeah,
men and women. There will be a makeup artist. You are going to learn to create how do you make your own
altar de muertos.
and
Mhm.
you are going to do tasting menu of Dia de los Muertos, and then we
Special.
will move to a private movie theater of 16 seats where you can see this amazing one of the most important films of
Yes.
Mexico that most people don't know.
The name of the movie is Macario. It's with an amazing actor, Ignacio Lopez Tarso. It's a gem of the.
It's kind of a Christmas Carol of Mexico
But
with the visit of ghosts and
Okay.
But everything is about Dia de los
Macario?
Muertos. Macario. It's amazing.
You
It's
see?
beautiful.
You've been here 17 years. Have you seen Macario?
No.
Ben voilà.
No.
It's one of the gems of
I'm sure it is, but I miss
Mexico.
out on everything. You know,
Then you
that's
come.
why
You
Yes.
come on the
When-
21st.
You need to
when
come.
you people
It will be
hear
amazing.
about how I'm excited and I'm only one client. And that's the reason, because as a writer and a photographer, I have missed out on so much. But then after I met and I saw these things that are happening in the city that I reside in, I said, my God, some of these things are literally across the street, or maybe a half hour at the most. And I'm gonna make it a point to visit these places, because I'm excited about sharing that part of Guadalajara and sharing these traditions and customs of Mexico. I've been a resident for long enough, so everything was okay. I mean, every once in a while, I would see an event. The first time I had you here, I remember I told you that a lot of times I found out about the event after,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you came along, I was like, oh man, this is happening next week.
That's the whole reason Twig was created. I was missing all the events. I was missing every single event, and all my friend expats were missing all the events. And we were so tired of saying,
Next
"What?
year-
What do you mean it was there last night? What do you mean it was there last week?"
Right.
I didn't
So
know.
tired
Yeah.
of it that that's how it was created.
Yeah.
To stop,
So,
to change that.
but it is exciting, and let me tell you something. I'm one of those lazy guys that like to sit at home and be in front of my computer a lot. And but you know, lately people here have making me think about taking that further step and grab my camera and go out there and take some photographs.
Or you take so many beautiful photos.
Oh,
It
yes.
just shows us during the lunch the photo it takes
Amazing.
that you put on beautiful
Yeah.
cards. And as Absoc needs some beautiful black and white photo, very, very gorgeous art of Guadalajara and Mexico, here you are. You're going to be
Just
on
to show you.
Absoc's wall.
All I've been missing. But thank you for bringing that up. I like the fact that the people are excited about you, because I have several guests here that I met through you. That's one of the first things. That's why I love her so much, because one of the first things she did is, let me give you my website and let me contact some people, and you'll see they'll call you. And sure enough, I had a writer, I had a chef. All these people. All of a sudden, I'm famous or I'm noted. Not really famous, but at least noted in any way. So yeah, so I love that part, that there's so many activities. Mexico is a wonderful place. Guadalajara is an outstanding place.
Mhm.
Now you can find out what's happening. That's the key. Now you can find out what's happening with ample time so that you'll be able to attend. Let
And
me
if
ask
you
something
do
about-
only one thing a week, so just
check
one,
that out.
just pick one,
Yeah,
Yes.
depending of your taste.
right.
Museum if you love art, music in the street. If you don't, if you're on a budget, you have so many free things.
Oh yeah.
If budget is not an issue, you have amazing experiences. You just pick one according to your taste and your budget. At the end of the year, you have done 54 new things in your life, and that is important for
It
your
is
spirit
important.
to stay happy and pay tribute to the city in which
Yes,
you
all
live.
the things the city
Yeah.
can offer, no? Because it's a lot of things.
Yeah, let me ask you a question over something that I'm curious about. When people travel here, this is a little bit different, but I know you have your contacts. Um, would you advise them, those before they arrive in Guadalajara or Mexico, for that matter, to have some kind of travel insurance or insurance? Because I know people get into trouble when they're overseas. And,
Yes, I totally recommend it. Absolutely. Um, since I left the US in 2019 to go take a sabbatical around the world at the time, I was looking for my future home.
okay.
I knew at the time I was going to be leaving the US. I had no idea I was going to make home in Guadalajara. You would have told me, I would have said, are you nuts or what? And I made extensive research at the time to travel the world, to be in peace. And I found at the time what was, I think, the very best health insurance for expat. And I believe it's still the best one today after all the research I've made. So I still have the same insurance since
Look at that.
2019. I never use it because I'm in excellent health. However, when I had an emergency surgery in 2021.
Okay.
It was the time to test my insurance. Am I paying for something? Are they going to be there to back me up?
Really.
They paid for everything. They put me into one of the most luxurious clinic hospital here, and they took care of me. I had to go twice to the hospital for several nights. I had to stay in bed for 7 weeks
Wow.
with nurses night and day. They paid for almost everything for
Really?
nurses to be in my home. It was pretty amazing.
And what's the
said-
name again?
The name of my insurance?
Si.
It's a French insurance because
It is
you'll
a
be
French
surprised. The best expat insurance, the
Okay.
best health insurance
Yeah.
in the world are all French. And
Okay.
sometimes they have names you will never know they are French, but they
Right.
are for everybody. They are not just for French
Okay.
people. They are for any expat. I will send that to you. I never AMSF, I believe something. I think it's AMSF. But it's perfect if you have an emergency. They take care of everything. You do not have to pay from your pocket.
Wow.
They are represented in all of the world. If you want to go to the doctor and buy something at the pharmacy, you keep your receipt and then you send it. You take a digital copy and they reimburse you, right? But it's really it's totally affordable, and you have, it's not like an insurance in Mexico or an insurance in the United States. I don't know for Canada and other country, but I know very well the insurance in Mexico and the United States. You always pay always have copay, and then you have
You have to fill out tons of paperwork to get something.
you have many ways they take your money even when you pay. You're not with my insurance.
Wow.
No. I have a
All right.
deductible of $700 per year. That's what I chose. I couldn't
Yeah.
choose it. And they pay everything else. No copay.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I send that to you, promise.
this is the kind of information that should be made available to the public, and I think
And
expats
anybody
will
who needs it
appreciate
can
that.
write to me on
Yes.
TWIG, and I will
Yes.
send that to them.
It's a very important note because I've traveled overseas quite a bit also, and I got sick, but I came immediately back home, so it was covered. But I live here now, so that's good to know, to cover me and my family.
Well, you don't know what can happen when you
You have
travel.
no idea.
And especially
No
if you're
idea.
in a foreign country, when you have a good insurance, they also are there with you 24/7 for advice. They make the research for you. They find the hospital for you. They find the doctor. They answer your question. You don't feel alone. You don't want to. I totally recommend spending the few, whatever it
Yes.
is, to
Yeah.
have a good experience. Yeah.
It's good to be in good hands.
Yeah, I believe now there are things you can cut corners and save money, and things you should not even try to save money. You should just have peace of mind and have the intelligence to pick the right thing to have a good experience.
That's the
Simple.
way it should be.
Mm.
This information, and this is for everyone to know, because this is a program that goes out to expats and actually goes out to everyone, but primarily was for expats. But all the information they provide is for locals also. It's not just people from other
Oh,
countries.
yeah, exactly.
And that's one of the things that's really catchy, because you have individuals living here like myself that have been there almost 2 decades, and I'm just getting hip to the amazing things that the city has to offer. Is this like, what am I going to say? I know you mentioned before you weren't sure what you wanted to do, but as far as it being your primary objective and now what you're currently working on? Was this like a was this like an experiment? Was it like something that perhaps you had planned this week in Guadalajara, or the one day you brainstormed together and it came out? How did it
No
occur?
one is going to believe me, but I came to Guadalajara to work less, to be in a pre-retirement, and I've never worked so hard. I would not call it work. It's a lot of work,
Something
but
you love,
it's
though.
mostly creation,
Yeah.
research. I love to research. So a part of it is selfish. A part of it was to resolve my own issue. We have guests all the time coming from the US, coming from yours to visit. You have to make research for your
Yeah.
guests.
Yes.
And because there was no place where you go and you have everything. Okay, there is 3,000 things to do in Guadalajara and in all around Guadalajara. You have to add tequila, and you have to add Lake Chapala and all Jalisco, but forget it. Thousands of things to do. No one tells you about them. Everybody talks about one little thing. Ticketmaster only does
The ticket
what they are
master,
paid for.
uh-huh,
They
yeah.
only promote what they are paid for. Eventbrite only promote what they
Right.
are paid for.
Yeah.
Guadalajara Secreta, which I love, only promote what they are paid for. So it's never extensive. It's only limited.
Limited.
What we brought was everything. We promote everything.
Complete,
I mean,
everything,
it's a possible everything, but 90% of what's going on, you will find it on TWIG for free. We don't charge people to tell them what's happening. We don't charge the company for. We want to provide all that is happening in Guadalajara. Then for our partners, our paying partners, they get a lot more. They get the editorials, where to eat. They contact us anytime they need something. I have to say, most people who have joined TWIG as a partner or as a member,
Yeah.
I've made tons of friends, don't feel alone, have connection, have better lives. They know where to go if they have
Yeah,
any
they're not lost.
problem. They know how to save money. And a lot of them have become friends, actually, have become part of
Yes.
our life and also of their life. It's a win-win
It's
situation.
an amazing community that you created.
And that brings me joy. So I am happy to do it. But it was time because we are growing out of our own pocket and time. At one point, we had to extend and start being a membership base to continue
Yeah.
handling this growth.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Yes.
there's a lot of time and effort involved.
Oh, yeah.
And it's your time also, and
Yes.
your research, like you said, like you like to do, and for you to have research all this information, even though it's given away free, after a while it could get a little costly.
Mhm.
You're traveling, you're calling, printing, or whatever else that you do. So actually, it's more than a bargain because it's like you having. You know, I remember when we had in the old days the yellow pages, like having the yellow pages at your fingertips.
Mhm.
You go to TWIG and you find out what's happening in Guadalajara. And I'm not sure if you're going to expand. I think it's too much work as it is right now in Guadalajara.
I think it's a
Do
lot
they have,
already.
do they have something like that in Mexico City? Or
Yes,
do
I
you
believe
know?
in Mexico. I don't
This
know
week in
which
Mexico
one,
City,
but
maybe?
you will be surprised. I think we have been contacted by 4 people so far
Okay.
who said, can you sell us Twix template? I want to do it in Portugal. I want to do it, I don't know in what city of Mexico. I want to do it there. So all those people who don't have that in their town or in their little city, they say,
They want it,
can
uh-huh.
I get the template of Twig and then like a franchise?
Right.
So I'm thinking about that. At one point, maybe
An international page.
if you want it, and then instead of calling it This Week in Guadalajara, you call it This Week in
Right.
Madrid, or This
Right.
Week in
Athens.
in Athens, wherever you want, and why not? That may become that at some point.
But you have a good platform right now, and even though
Yes,
you're
we need
still
to be better
developing-
than that, the one we have now to do that. But yeah, I think it may be an option.
Yeah, I'm interesting. And pretty soon they'll be in Wall Street, and I'll be buying stock.
Oh no! I left the
I
US. No, I don't think
I
this
want
will
to get in on
happen
the
in
ground floor, pay $1 a share.
No, I don't think. And actually, most of us expats who moved here is because we don't want to live the big corporation life.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, that's true. But you remind me of this program. I think the part is really exciting for me personally. When I lived in the States, there was a booklet that you would buy. I think it was like $75 for the year, and they have coupons.
Oh, I remember
You
when
know,
you
and then
did.
if you want
And
to go
that
to
was
the opera,
really useful at the
yes,
time.
I love that. That's why I'm excited because I remember those days in New York. For me to go to an opera or to a concert,
Mhm.
I would look and I say, oh, in 2 months they're gonna have this happening. I would take my coupon, get 20-30%
Yeah.
off.
And you,
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't that great?
At the time, it was what was working. You will buy your booklet with the coupons,
Yeah.
and then things change to this, things change to that. Today, it's funny. Most people, information is so free that most people, things have changed. So it became more and more free for the music,
It's amazing,
for
yeah.
the magazine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The problem is that those companies started to struggle and close doors because they need to make a living and pay their team. That's why those amazing New York Times and the
Yeah.
Guardian and the LA Times, all those now have changed their models because they have to.
In the digital age,
Yes,
people are
the
now
way
like,
people
yeah,
exchange things.
yeah. But I've seen
Uh,
on your site where people get discounts also when they
yes,
mention it.
we have
Once you become,
discounts.
honestly, for 200 pesos a month, when you become a partner, a member of TWIG, we call it supporter, not a member.
yeah.
It's people who support us like we support them. It's a mutual relationship.
Yeah.
It's like a dance. You get so much. You get discount from 10 to 50% on your massage therapist, on your driver, on our events, on so many things. You get to talk to our staff all the time. If you need something, you have a question, we answer you, we take care of you like your family. You get to have all the editorials, all the secret, all the information, all the reports for 200 pesos a month. It's a no-brainer for me. It's like,
Really?
yes. But if you prefer to do all that by yourself and put
And
your
do
40
the
hours
search
research
by
enjoy
yourself.
it.
You'll be like me. Don't go anywhere.
Staying
You want to
home.
do
No, no, some
research.
people do that. Some people love to
Yeah.
put tons of time to do their research and miss some of the
But you
things. It's
dedicate,
okay.
you dedicate that time.
It's okay.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, it's such an advantage. I find it advantageous that if you want to know what's going on this week, next week, just like when I get your emails, I open it up and I see all these things there, and I can select where I want to go instead of wondering what's happening. I can actually have the option of selecting where do I want to go, what do I want to do, what do I want to see. That's a great advantage, and for that minimal price.
One of the things that bring us great joy is that TWIG really works for two sides.
Mhm.
The members, people like you, who wants to know what to do and not miss or where to go and the trips, but also our partners, our business partner. We provide jobs and we help a lot of locals, Mexican, Tapatio,
See?
make double their clientele. And those are really good professionals.
Yeah.
But some people didn't know about them. And they were struggling with being known because of the competition in
See.
Guadalajara. So now they have people can use the best plumber, the best electrician, the best driver, the best. When I say the best, is according to the standards of quality and being on time and being honest. And if they say they're going to show up,
Their
they show up.
reputation.
Their
Yes,
reputation.
exactly.
And most of them are bilingual, so it helps
With
our
the
bilingual
communication with the
community.
expats. Yeah, exactly.
And so it brings me great joy to be able to see those people make a better living.
Yeah. And to be at
Because
the
I came
center.
to Mexico to have a great life, but to bring something.
Yeah.
If you don't bring something where you live, if you don't add to where you live,
Contribute.
if you just come to take and you're not adding,
Right.
I will not be doing my destiny, my purpose in my life. So I love when I see that some people are doing so much better since we are partnering. It doesn't work for every partner, but a lot of our partner, Spanish teachers, driver, massage therapists have been doing extremely well. Everybody is happy.
I think that's why we connect, Armel and Lydia, because
So you know that with your
Yeah.
partnership, you can text me anytime and say, Armel, I'm looking for this. Do you have
Yeah.
someone?
yeah.
You're not using your partnership very well.
No, I don't use. I want to tell you something. When I joined, I became a member, a yearly member, I reckon it was. I did that because I liked you from the beginning. I wanted to support you.
And you see, that's why we call you supporters.
Yeah, and it's great because I want to be part of that. Why? Because part of the reason, like I told you initially when you first got here, the reason why I have this program is to inform the public. What I've noticed, and I didn't know before, that this broadcasting was going to be outside of Guadalajara. They see it in Mexico City, they see it in other countries, and they see it in the United States. And of course, I get excited about that. But what you're doing, like you said, bringing something, okay, it's not just take.
No.
Contribute.
Contribute.
Yeah, and that's the exciting part. That's why que me caíste tan chévere también, because I saw that you were giving of yourself, and
Yes.
and people have benefited from it, and
Yeah.
that's more than anything. That's outstanding. And here you are now. You told me earlier when we were eating about your involvement with AMSAC, the American Society of Jalisco, which is a very dear friends of mine run that organization. And I said, wow, man, esta mujer no para de sorprenderme, and
Oh, it's all due to Cam. Cam who
Yes.
came to us, and
yeah, Cam and Cliff,
and-
they're amazing people.
and
Amazing
Bruce.
people.
Very
Yes.
impressed by the three of them. And
Wow.
And
I wanna,
We're very excited to
Yes.
collaborate with the
I think
project.
they are like 10 years less since we started this work. They are all excited, like
Yeah.
young children excited about the project. Yes.
Yes.
we're running out of time, but before the final comments, you have to come back. I mean, I didn't read anything here. So you have to come back.
But I try. You showed me that before. I try to
Yes.
incorporate it.
Next time we're gonna rehearse. How's that?
Yes.
Maybe we do that around a cooking class
Yes.
and
That'll be
radio.
Yes.
outstanding. That'll be outstanding. I want to thank all those that are watching, those that watch us from Honduras, from Argentina, from Spain, from the United States, Mexico. I want to thank you guys for making me part of your audience by listening and if you want to if you're going to write to us, write on this Facebook that you're watching, Facebook page, your comments. You can send your comments and I will answer them. And let me give it over to the ladies so they can give their contact information
Mhm.
and whatever else you want to.
We will talk
Speak
about the
Well, thank you everybody for listening to us, especially with my French accent.
my Mexican accent.
It's
Got a Puerto Rican accent. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Good. I'm sorry.
It's go to thisweekinguadalajara.com. You can write to us on every bottom of the page. You can send a message. We reply. You can say hi. You can have questions. We love corresponding with our members and users. Thank you.
And thank you. Sorry for my Mexican accent too.
I'm sorry.
And
We're
you
in
can-
we love
we're in
Mexican
Mexico.
accent.
Come on.
Viva Mexico, claro.
Anda.
And you can find us casaumogdl.com. And also we have an amazing event.
Oh yeah,
In
come to
October.
the immersive
Macayo.
experience
Immersive
of
experience.
Dia de
You
los
will-
Muertos.
you will
It's going to be
enjoy.
a beautiful Dia de los Muertos here is 1 month, guys. So be
Yes.
ready.
Yeah.
And then you have 1 month of Christmas, and then you have the 1 month of the October Fiesta. So see you in January. It's going to be so busy between. It's
We
like-
have no excuse not to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Gracias, Maestro Israel. Gracias por el privilegio de estar aquí con tu público y tener esta oportunidad de compartir con todos el mensaje con mucho amor y mucho cariño. Muchísimas gracias. Que le vaya bien.
Gracias.
Bye bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye bye.